Welcome to Easter V in Readings. I'm your Chief Consultant Raheem, and tonight we're going to discuss Serpentarius, aka Orphicus, the 13th sign of the Zodiac. Serpentarius / Orphicus is a constellation that resides between the constellations Scorpius and Sagittarius. As Scorpius is deemed the scorpion, Sagittarius is the sign of the ARCHER-CENTAUR. Serpentarius is the astrological sign of the serpent holder. RIZQ is her ruling planet. Her element is that of the ether. Her color is green, and her zodiac glyph is the ever so popular mathematical emblem of infinity, i.e. the figure 8 lying on its side. Her horoscope symbol is that of the serpent consuming its own tail. She is a mutable sign, as Scorpius' status is I desire, and Sagittarius' status is I see. The Serpentarius status is I manifest. The King James Version Bible, Job 26:12, and I quote, "By his spirit he hath decorated the heavens, his hands hath formed the crooked serpent." Genesis 49:17, Dan / Serpentarius shall be a serpent by the way, a viper by the path, that bites the horse's heels, so that its rider, Sagittarius, shall fall backward. The tribe of Dan represents Serpentarius of the 13 tribes of Israel, Isis, Ra, and El. Isis is the feminine deity, feminine power and energy. Ra is the masculine energy, and El is Hebrew for the word God. Singular. Serpentarius shares the element gold with the sign Leo. It rules the solar plexus, which is located right here. As Scorpius rules the genitals, as does Sagittarius the thighs. Serpentarius was deliberately concealed from the masses for several reasons. One reason was to distort our perception of our true natures via the Zodiac. The custodians of esoteric doctrine always knew of the existence of the 13th sign. The insignia of the serpent denotes the spirit of the earth and sexual attraction, sexual desire, aka the earth's eternal life force that can be harnessed for good or ill. Apropos, the intention of the second reason Serpentarius was omitted from the traditional charts. Serpentarius is the governor of the Ra, or the Raw, in the Kemetic culture. It takes 28 days for the moon to complete the lunar cycle. That is 1 month or 1 moon. 28 multiplied by 13 is exactly 364. There exist 13 months in the esoteric curriculum to correspond with the 13 signs. The 7th month, Veda, is the only month with 29 days, completing the 360-degree day calendar. The month of Veda lies precisely in the center of the lunar calendar. Alright, how to recognize a Serpentarius? Well, their traits are: a Serpentarius is an adept interpreter of dreams, vivid premonitions, attracts good fortune and fruitful blessings, lofty ideals, a seeker of peace, harmony on a large scale or small. Much success is failure due to creative visualization. Doctor of medicine or science. Empathic, adds, increases, joins, or gathers together. Forgiving, poetical, inventive nature, expanding qualities, seeks higher education and wisdom, overseer, supervisor of work, fame either grand or completely misunderstood, longevity, youthful in appearance, aspirations of healing the ills of man, architect, builder, reaches for the stars, figuratively and literally, talents in the occult sciences, intuitive and in tune with nature and the origins of things seen and unseen. Large family indicated, but apt to be separated from them while young. An oppressive and unfortunate childhood also indicated. The number 13 holds great significance for these individuals. prudence and good fortune to benefit from harsh times, has secret enemies amidst own family or close associations, many secretly jealous of this subject, uncanny psyche abilities, and adept at delving deep into the unconscious hell world of others and re-emerging virtually unscathed and with their own individuality remaining intact. Expect, depending on other aspects in birth chart, highest legend and recognition manifest after death. Wise, loves to wear clothes that exhibit vibrant colors, receives the favor of those in authority effortlessly. Highly seductive, extremely powerful life force and vitality inherent. A longing to unite and educate mankind toward one common cause. Physically and mentally fit with innate capabilities in interpreting a multitude of languages past and present. Dynamic, compassionate, focused, immensely attractive to the opposite sex, which lands these individuals at times in awkward and sometimes unintended compromising situations. Regal and notably creative. As Virgo's most likable trait is conscientiousness, and Libra's most likable trait is charm, Serpentarius's most likable trait is wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to comprehend and manipulate acquired facts committed to one's memory for the intent of a sound decision. Personal traits. Many people are envious of the Orphicus, of the Orphican, as he or she progresses well throughout life. An Orphicus is a seeker of wisdom and knowledge. They have a flamboyant dressing sense, favoring bright colors and wearing plaited dresses. Personality traits of Orphicus are between Scorpio and Sagittarius. Orphicus persons are extremely curious, open to change, passionate, and very jealous too. Also, other Orphicus personality traits include explosive temper, good humor, secretive, egotistical, thirst for knowledge, and sexually magnetic. Apart from these, the Orphicus personality traits are interpreter of dreams, seeker of wisdom, knowledge, will have a great family but have to leave the home at an early age. Attract good luck, visionary, a great architect or builder. Authority looks upon him or her well. Positive traits. Tend to embrace and seek to change, disliking routine in life. Follow their instincts to a fault and can be impulsive. Are happy and humorous. Are honest to a fault. Are often described as intellectual and clever. Pardon. Sorry about that, people. All right. Positive traits. Tend to embrace and seek to change, just like in routine in life. Follow the instinct to a fault and can be impulsive, are happy and humorous. Are honest to a fault, are often described as intellectual and clever. Think with their hearts and not their heads. Are powerfully passionate. Have a great deal of creativity, imagination, and curiosity. Are people magnets, possessing high charisma. Are empathic people pleasers with a knack for persuasion. Have a strong sense of justice. Are great with languages, arts, and the written word. Are passionate and adept lovers, naturally. Are eccentric and quirky. Are driven to succeed. Dislike authority, rules, regulation, and restriction of any kind. Dislike irrelevant and trivial information. Have a high sense of pride, arrogance, and dislike being treated as inferior. Enjoy being number one and being told about it. Tend to seek the unknown and are always seeking knowledge and wisdom. Tend to take the defense rather than offense. Are not open but said to be secretive. Don't fall well into social labels. Negative traits. Have trouble with monogamous relationships. Can be of the jealous type. Are judgmental and critical. Can be restless and irresponsible. Procrastinate as a rule. Have a violent but short-lived tempers. Are sarcastic and have dry sense of humor. Tend to only keep useful things, including friends, around. According to Morals and Dogma, the 25th degree, Knight of the Brazen Serpent, of the ancient and accepted Scottish rite of Freemasonry, prepared for the Supreme Council of the 33rd degree and published in its authority in 1871, quote, the sun does not arrive at the equinoctial point on the equator. The consequence is what is termed the precession of the equinoxes, so that now the signs are retaining the names, titles which they had 300 years BC. They and the constellations do not correspond, the sun being now in the constellation Pisces when it is in the sign of Aries. The annual amount of precession is 50 seconds and a little over 50 inches, 0.1. The period of complete revolutions of the equinoxes, 25,856 years. The precession amount of degrees or signs in 2155.6 years. So that degrees or sign, so that as the sun now enters Pisces at the vernal equinox, it entered Aries at that period 300 years BC. And Taurus lies in the constellation Aries, while the sun Gemini is in the constellation Taurus. 4,610 years BC, the sun entered Gemini at the vernal equinox. At the two periods, 2455 and 300 years BC, and now the entrances of the sun and the equinoxes and the solstices into the zodiac signs are as follows. BC 2455, vernal equinox. It entered Taurus from Aries, summer solstice. Leo from Cancer, autumn equinox. Scorpio from Libra, winter solstice. Aquarius from Capricorn. BC 300, vernal equinox. Aries from Pisces, summer solstice. Cancer from Gemini, autumn equinox. Libra from Virgo, winter solstice. Capricorn from Sagittarius. AD 1877, vernal equinox. Pisces from Aquarius, summer solstice. Gemini from Taurus, autumn equinox. Virgo from Leo, winter solstice. Sagittarius. AD 2012, vernal equinox. Aquarius from Capricorn, summer solstice. Aries from Cancer, autumn equinox. Leo from Cancer, winter solstice. Scorpio from Libra. The point that I'm so diligently trying to illustrate is thus: whatever sign, or moon sign for that matter, you were informed that you were, through whatever venue, is not you. We have been deliberately fed propaganda of such, and a cataclysmic attempt to divert us from truly knowing thyself. How can one know thyself if the intel is distorted, omitted, and corrupt? Please, by all means, take care. My birthday on the certificate of my mother was issued at Hillcrest General Hospital, Queens, New York, states that I was supposedly born August 31st, 1973, with according to the Pope Gregory. According to esoteric doctrine, I intricately calculated my actual birth date as being in the omitted 7th month Veda of the original 13th months, on the very last day, the 29th, in the AL Anno Lucius, Latin signifying the year of light, 6209. As far as calculating your birth year, or any year for that matter, you must add the year it is believed to be now with the year 4236. AAM, Anno Anima Mundi, aka Year of the World Soul. For example, if you were born in the year 1979, add 4236, which equals 6215, would be your actual year of birth. So I'm sorry to inform you, I know a lot of you people got so, used to and, comfortable with your sign that you thought you were. And most of you probably, identify with it. But that's what the mind does. Your focus determines your reality. You all became those personalities after reading it and reading it so many times that you believed it. But that's not the real case. I'm sorry, y'all been fooled. Y'all been bamboozled. There exists the 13th sign, the Serpentarius, which makes everything, turns everything upside down, and changes everything. So what I suggest to y'all is to go back and figure out the calculations. They have some formats on Google search that you can calculate your birth date with the Serpentarius in it, so you can find out, you know, at least what you really are as far as zodiacs are concerned, you know. And there you have it. I'm Raheem again from East of Eden Readings. Peace, and I'm out.